So Jim Mint and Comic Tom breakup. What's that all about? What's that all about?
Big Biggie. 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 Big Biggie.
Yeah. So I was just over there at Matt Likes Comics. Go check him out. He just did a heroines um heroines cover or heroine superhero girls thing, and I showed a bunch of books. And on the way out, he said that Jim Mint is quitting Comic Tom. You believe that? What is going on? This is kind of interesting, right? What do y'all think? I just want to see what people think. What an end of an era. The speculation. Maybe that's why we've been transitioning to the different hot books and stuff. But I don't know where Matt saw it. I don't know if it's real. This is the rumor, man. And I didn't hear Jim talk about it. I watched him this morning. I watched good old Jimothy and Faye, and it was a fun watch. They saw my comment, they read it and stuff, and they were talking about what's going on and what they're doing. And it looks like he's moving out of his house. And I thought, oh, okay, he's moving out of his house. It was a big house. Maybe get a different house or something. And then I hear the split with Tom. Now, is there any chance Tom was just done with he just wanted to move on or do something different? Is there any chance of, or do you think it was Jim that decided? Let's see, we're getting a couple comments. I bet my buddy GT was in here. GT, oh, he had a video about it. Hey, bro, Jay Simpson, Jim announced it via video yesterday. Oh, all right, let's go see this. I just watched the thing today. I don't know. I love my thumbnail. I didn't even have to look that hard. I just Googled Jim Mint and Comic Tom, and this is like the first, this is the first thing that showed up. So I said, yeah, I'll do that. I'll take that one. All right, let's go look. Did it work? Did I save it? Oh, I didn't even save it. Hold on. Y'all haven't seen the video yet. I'm sorry. Anyways, I changed the thumbnail. Okay. Maybe we'll get a few more people come in now. Because that thumbnail is hilarious. Latest from Jim Mint. Oh, he's fucking live right now. My last show on Whatnot for Good. Holy shit. This is what's going on. Good old Jimmy John. Freestyles are free. My last show on Whatnot for Good. That's amazing. You're building the comic book shown on the screen. Yeah. And then this was the one I watched today. Stay Minty Fresh. Whatnot also tonight. And is his last one. Yeah, that's what I just saw. This guy wants attention. I called it. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Damn, everything's happening over at Jim's. Holy shit. This guy wants attention. I might have to watch that too. I am leaving Comic Tom 101's channel. See, I miss everything. I miss it all. Well, there you go. If you don't know, now you know. I let you guys know. I don't know. I guess I'd have to watch it to see what he fucking said, but I could kind of read it while it goes on. I don't want to just show their content because there's a lot of copyright stuff going on right now, you know, guys. The last year, the Hot 10 counting down to 10 sales from the back issues of Power Week is a series that I'm actually really proud of. I always felt like the data was great and high production. Good personalities, but you've been the last week, I'm kind of transitional period. My life, and I just like it's best to set back and everything else back to the basics, really focus on my channel and what I like. So it was his decision. It must have been his decision to sell comics. I want to have anything to do with really showing off the things I think are cool. And oh, okay, so he's getting back to his channel. That's what I'm getting out of this. I wonder what the other guy did. So this guy Akpad, he's got 334 views. He made this video about a day ago. I don't know what he's saying. He says he melts down. And then Jim does a video about him, I think. So strange. Oh, yeah, I called it. It's right here. The other one is Jim Mint melts down. What is going on, bro? Everything's getting crazy. Hey, Matt's here. Hey, Matt.
Hi.
Hey, so you watched the video yesterday where he's explaining he's leaving. I kind of read a little bit of the beginning, so I kind of get it now.
I didn't finish the video. I just caught the part where he was leaving Comic Tom, and he was saying he was doing that. He had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with Tom himself. It was just the way his life was going. He had to, move on a different way. That's all I pretty much caught. Because then my wife walked in from work, and I didn't get the chance to finish the video.
Yeah. Well, did you see this stuff going on here? This guy named Akapad, he kind of says, he roasts Jim a little bit, I think. And from the title, it says, Jim Mint melts down. Mm-hmm. And then Jim Mint does a video about him saying, I called it. So he responds to this, I would say, and shows this guy's video. So I don't know what the fuck. It seems very.
If Jem is having a hard time right now in his personal life or whatever, and he decides he wants to share, I mean, that's his business. I mean, people should not be criticizing people for what they decide and what they do. Hi, JSS.
Hey, it's JSS. Good to see you, man. Maybe these high channels just like drama. I don't know.
Well, there's that too, because I mean, as I was saying on my broadcast just a few minutes ago, drama draws in people. I mean, if it didn't, all these so-called reality TV shows wouldn't get anything. Because I mean, how many hours do they have to film to get 1 hour worth of drama and bitchiness, right? So,
yeah.
Hey, Beckerman.
What up, Becker? Oh, I see the burler. You know, they did a good top 10 for a long time. They made me a lot of books out of their top 10. They'd throw any book on that damn list, and I'd go get it, and I'd sell it for $10. You know, I got it for $1. That's a pretty nice little chunk of change for just watching a video.
Yeah.
And I always gave those guys credit for it. I actually when I met Jim, I told him, I said, I don't want to see any more X-Men 1 Jim Lee's on the list. And I was just joking with, I don't even know if he remembers this. I didn't tell Tom this, but I remember telling Jim Mint, and it was loud. It was a bar. We was drinking. And I was just, I don't want to see X-Men 1 Jim. And I have not seen X-Men 1 Jim Lee since C2E2. And they used to put that thing on there all the time. So I don't think I don't know if he listened to me, or I just had a feeling that would never be on the list again. Because I told him, I didn't tell him, but I was thinking, no matter what, that's like a $5 book. Even when it's hot, when it's cold, it's a $5 book. It's never going to change, you know?
Yeah. My problem was, like, I liked watching Comic Tom and their top 10 lists. My problem was it felt like it was getting to be the same books every week. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take a couple months off and hopefully there'll be some new books, but I go back. I haven't gone back yet, but it was getting close to the time. And if Jem's not involved, I'm not so sure if I'm going to go back, because I liked him. And Ryan is okay, but, you know.
Yeah, I like Fire Guy Ryan a lot. A few guys are like employed by Comic Tom. I don't want to put out everybody's news or information, but I could say I know at least 5 people that Comic Tom pays, and they're channels that you see every day.
I mean, good for Comic Tom. If he can afford to pay them, great. He's doing well, and he's doing it in something that we love. I mean,
yeah, I mean, a couple of the guys I know that he's giving money to. I am very glad he is, because I want him to be able to help people out, or the person he's helping. Like, I'm really glad he's helping them out, you know? So I think it's cool. I would have guessed if Jim was getting paid, it was probably a good little amount from him. I don't know all their business. Anyways, I'm going to show y'all. I've been collecting for 9 years. We'll get back to the Tom and Jim stuff in a second. But I was thinking about doing this video about the first New Comic Book Day book I picked up, and I was looking on eBay, and I think I figured out which one it was. And I'm going to show y'all real quick. So I got this book a long time ago because my girlfriend wanted Walking Dead.
right.
And it's 151 is about where I started. I think I had some issues before that, but I think this is the one that I was like, yeah, I remember getting that. So it's been 9 years. That was the first New Comic Book Day book I got, and here I am. You know, and it took a lot of time to get the books I got, and that goes back to the Jim Mint thing, right? The Jim Mint Comic Tom. So I'd watch the top 10 list a lot, and I was just like, I'm just going to buy all the books that are on there periodically. And there for a long time, like about 2 years ago, I just kind of quit watching it, because I'd have like 8 of the 10 books every time they talked about something. Every now and then they got like a little dollar bin thing that you have to go look for or something, and I would go get it. But yeah, like I was saying, the top 10 had that benefit to it. You could make some money off the books, but it felt like it wasn't being used correctly all the time, because you would see some Comic Tom exclusives.
Right.
You would see some.
I have a couple of those, like some of the exclusives. They're really nice.
Yeah, like what's the new one called? Stargate, or I don't even know what it's called.
This one here is a Comic Tom exclusive. You'll like it because it's Spider-Gwen.
Okay.
This right here is a Comic Tom exclusive. It's one of 3,000.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But they would have shit on there that wouldn't even make sense, though. Like, they would be the new Swamp Thing, or the new Indie, or it'd be like, what is going on? Like, even the Chinese detective one that Ryan likes, where the hell that is, it's like, what are we, the Good Chinaman? I don't even know what the hell it's called, but there'd be books on there. It's like, who's buying these things? You know?
Well, obviously somebody is. If they're making the lists, I not near mint. If they're making the lists, then obviously somebody's buying it. Okay, because they're reporting it.
I don't know that though, Matt, because they would say like 9.8s of books, and the prices weren't right some of the times.
Weren't they taking them from cover price?
Yes, that's what they say.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously cover price is getting their information from somewhere.
The Good Asian. That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
Nah, I just find a lot of errors in it. I mean, I'm not trying to harp on it, but like even like a Spotlight 5, I think they said 9.8 was 5K. That shit's like $180,000 book or some shit. Like, I just catch weird shit because I'm very dyslexic. I look at shit backwards sometimes, but
Yeah, I'm
there's
dyslexic.
definitely some books that were on there that didn't seem right. Okay, so Crash Down or something. I don't know if it made the list, but it'd get promo in between, and that's his book. That's cool. But there was some other shit that was just like, eh. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Besides that, I learned a lot from their channel.
I just got tired. I mean, like, yeah, I look. I will admit, one of the reasons I did watch them was I was trying to get my Marvel knowledge up a bit, and because face it, 99% of their books are Marvel. But you know what I mean? It was always the same book, so I was learning the same facts every week. Like, you know, I wasn't learning more than I was hoping to.
Yeah. What up, Not Near Mint? Good to see you. And we had Legend.
Okay, well, Aaron, Rad Art and Comics is saying it comes from multiple sources as far as sales. So.
Okay, yeah, they use eBay. They use a bunch of different stuff because, yeah, I think that some of the stuff isn't as bulletproof, so they do use multiple sources just to kind of try to keep it up. Because they've gotten to some controversy with that before too. Like some eBay sells, you can't just believe. And I don't even know what Cover Price. I mean, Cover Price does that too. They use multiple sources supposedly. So
well, you can't just. I mean, as much as you talk about, you can't really just use one source because you want an average. You want as many sources as possible to have your accuracy. But there can't be that many sources either. You've got My Comic Shop, you've got eBay, you've got Overstreet, and Overstreet is way below everything else anyway. At the very least, you can use Overstreet as the bottom number.
Yeah, we were talking about a lot of stuff backstage on your channel. You were saying that Slippery had a sponsor, and he says he makes 5 figures a month. Like, that's pretty tremendous.
Yeah, he was bragging about it on a video about 6 or 7 months ago. That was probably the last video I watched from him before I unsubscribed from him, because I was like, that's just arrogant and uncouth in that sense. I mean, like, I can tolerate a lot. I mean, like, you can talk about whatever you want. I mean, like, I'm not going to criticize anybody for talking, but for me personally, one of the things that is a big turnoff is talking about personal finance, like sharing it with everybody else. That's nobody's business. And when the way he was doing it, it sounded like a humble brag, right? You know, kind of like, look at me, I'm doing this. I'm Mr. King. And again, it's his thing. If he wants to do that, that's fine and dandy. It's also my choice to not want to watch it. So.
Well, I think the real reason they're breaking up is because they know that I'm doing a top 5 speculation channel and they just can't keep up.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I'm guessing.
Well, I mean, every second one of his videos is, I've been kicked out of this place and I've been kicked out of this place.
I'm not talking about
him. Okay. All right.
Slippery. I'm talking about Jim and Tom. They quit doing their top 10 because I do top 5 now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm just joking. Yeah, no. Slippery, I don't even know why I brought him up. We were just talking. I thought that was interesting. I'd bring it up, but I'm done talking about.
And yeah, Brooklyn. We also like that's another thing. Like, you know, we don't know what the value of the Comic Tom sponsorship deal is. Like, he could be making quite a bit of money off of it, or he could be making like free app. We don't know, but I mean, yes, sponsors help things a lot.
So okay, so I posed the question earlier. Now I know Jim's saying he's moving on. Do you think there's any chance that's just the political answer? That's the brand endorsement or whatever. They're covering each other's brands.
I don't think so.
You think that's genuinely what's going on?
Yes, okay. Certainly from watching watching them, there was nothing to indicate they weren't getting along. And take it from me, from people like I've watched sports guys over the years, so many of them, listen to radio people who act together. When people don't like each other and things are getting bad, you can tell. There are different ways because the digs start happening. The like all these little you start noticing in their body language, they're not focused on the other person more. I didn't get any of that type of things with Jem and Tom. Like, I just think Jem is having a rough time in his life, and I think he needs to maybe walk away for a little bit and just do his own channel, take care of his personal business. He may be, see, you guys are in the United States, so he may be having health problems, and that could be where the money issue, so to speak, is coming from. Because that any health problems can cost you guys a ton of money, right? So,
I don't know, but I can't help but feel like maybe this ain't a Jim thing. This could be a Tom thing. Like maybe Tom's little bankroll isn't as fat as it used to be. Also,
that could be part. He certainly wasn't buying, but the thing is, he's still traveling just as much as he was. He was at all the big shows that I could see. Like
they hung out. They were good friends. I don't know what to say.
What I did notice was that Ryan didn't go with him a lot this year. Is Ryan involved with that Tessa girl? Because they hang out a lot together. Like,
no, I don't know.
No, like Tessa's a nerd there. I follow her on Instagram, and there were a lot of pictures of her and Ryan at a couple shows in the last little while. So I haven't seen Ryan on Tom as much. So
you want a wrench, JSS? I got you, bro. If you ain't never had a wrench before, I'll be honored to give you your first wrench.
Hi, Katie.
I give everybody a wrench on my channel.
So, have you met her, K-pop? She seems to be a pretty smart, level-headed girl.
I don't know why it ain't giving me the option. I must have to wait until after the video to give it to you. I'll try on my computer real quick. I'm sorry. I wish I could do it right now, but it ain't letting me. Hold on. Yeah, it's not letting me do it. I'll have to wait till after the stream, but you will get one, I promise.
I've seen her streams with Alex, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'll show you JSS. So I'd give it to you now, but it's only giving me the option to pin and stuff like that. So, but I will give it to you. I never met Comic Tom Squeeze. I met Jim's. Fee was very nice. She's very sweet when I met him and met them in Chicago. Oh, here we go. Bueller knows Tom pretty well.
He's saying there's no ill will. That's what I'm saying.
No ill will? Okay.
Like I said, they didn't strike me as people who were angry with each other or this was a bad breakup. Like as I said, you can tell. This isn't like in sports whenever you hear that, oh, the coach's job is safe. You know he's going to be fired in 3 days. It's not like that.
Yeah. Tom and Jim's good buddies, so I am always going to be a supporter of good old Tom Marino, and so I haven't said anything too bad. I felt like some of the books in the list weren't the greatest, but besides that, I enjoyed all of the lucrative books I've got from those lists, and he's pretty funny. His content was good. I mean, there's no better production quality than freaking Comic Tom, bro. Like, in my opinion, like I like his way he does his top 10, his stuff that he brings on the screen and shit like that. I think he's really good.
I'm going to bring up a point that Discovery Bay is bringing up. He's saying, is Jem's legitimately tired of reporting on comic sales? I would agree. Like, the value of comics is not what interests me per se, myself. Like, I mean, it's cool to know how much they're worth. It's cool to know, like, if I want to buy it, Action 252, like, it's good to know how much I have to outlay for it if I decide I want to get one. But my channel is more about the contents and the reading. That's where I get the enjoyment. That learning about the stories, that's my kind of stuff. So I could see why Jem might, turn around and say, okay, I'm tired of talking about Wolverine 340 being worth yada yada yada, and I'm tired of talking about Taylor Swift in the Dazzler book.
I talked to Jim the other night. What he said is, "What's going on? Just a tough time financially and need to refocus."
And
All right.
everybody can relate to that. Everybody's had financial issues at some point, I'm sure. I mean, like, there's very, very few people that haven't.
Well, I think it's a little.
Yeah, Great Legend is saying the same thing. Money is boring. That's just it. I mean, I will admit, I think it's cool. When Alan does his Sunday list and the Golden Age books, those really appeal to me because those are different. With Tom, it was pretty much, as I said, it seemed like it was the same books every week, and it was just up and down. And it's not even the values. It's like what makes me glassy eyed is when they go, this is a 49% change in price. Like, I mean, that's the part that's like, okay, let's just skip that and get to the next book. That's me. That's my personal problem. That has nothing to do with Tom's presentation or Jem's presentation on it or whatever. That was just my personal thing. I'd be like, tell me what's in the book. Show me the pictures. That's
So,
more.
That leaves open a spot for the speculation. I've mentioned I do speculation a lot, but
Yeah.
I would say that
Speculation is interesting.
we're going to need another top 10 list. Yeah, I caused the breakup, Lord. They saw my top 5 and they said we got to get out of town. No, what's their names do a good one, right? Of course, Lord of the Long Box is one with Discovery and Bird City, and that's kind of like that, but not really a top 10. It's kind of like, do you got it or you not got it? But the Steins, my boy Mercenaut, C3 Comics is pretty successful, but honestly, their top 10 was the one I would say that everybody for years. I mean, I've been, like I said, I started collecting 9 years ago, probably been watching it for 9 years. I don't think that he was out when I first started, but it was probably about 7 years ago he started, and I'll miss it.
Oh, Alan's here. He's saying hi.
Hey, Alan, I'll drop the link again, but we ain't gonna be here much longer. We kind of said what we were gonna say. It was fun watching that show. I wasn't a faithful viewer, but I did check in on them like once a month and kind of see what the thumbnail is. Sometimes I watch it. I don't like to still spec. So sometimes if they showed something, I'd be like, well, I can't show that now, and it'd be weird because I'd show a bunch of stuff and then I'd see a bunch of stuff on their channel. I'd be like, oh, I did that one too, and it's fun to speculate. I'm going to miss Jim on there, but Tom, oh no, you know what? I'm acting like the show's dead. It's not dead. They're going to keep doing it with Russ and.
Okay, well, I was going to say Russ does it with him. Ryan does it with him, and
right.
In a while that Golden Age Guru is with him.
Right. It'll be fine.
And you know what? I like watching Comic Tom when Golden Age Guru is on there because it's different stuff with him. He talks about stories. He tells the stories like, I got this, the one I liked was the one he was talking about. It took me months to get this guy to agree to me, to my price and and worked on him and, all this stuff. That was an interesting story. I really, really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I mean, they'll still be around. You just won't have Jim Mint doing his Jim Empire thing, and
he's more like I mean, he's the king of omnibuses and statues, man. That guy knows his stuff there.
Yeah, did you know that years ago, before he was like mainly omnis, he actually had like a crazy cool collection?
I believe it.
Oh yeah, he had like X-Men 1. He had a bunch of books, and I always was just like, when are you gonna get them big books? Because he sells them whatnot. Like he must have some crazy books, and I just wonder.
Yeah, he just doesn't. Or they're they're in another room. He doesn't show them in his big room there.
That would be interesting if he had all them books and he just kind of stored them away. Yeah. But like I'm saying, like it seems like Jim Mint's been on a roll lately. Go watch Jim Mint. Those last 3 videos I've seen him post were I watched his morning one for like an hour and a half while I was at a doctor's appointment. Thank you, Jim, for helping me get through my little doctor appointment. I had something to watch live and I enjoyed it.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm just going to show some books. What's this say?
Yeah.
Biggie will debut a new co-host on his top 10 this week. Yeah, this is the Biggie Shack Network, Biggie Shack Comics Network,
We're
and
starting the whole network, right?
mhm.
We'll put the
Yeah.
church under the umbrella. We'll put my channel, Alan. We'll all be the Biggie Network.
Yeah, we got a network going, and I consider an episode with Matt as one of the main shows because Matt comes on, and Collector Club will be Friday. Alan's going to do his 4,000K sub giveaway, and you guys going to get a chance to win some books. And I'm considering giving away some books too, just because I'm a friendly guy. And Matt, I was just over there just moments ago. We was hanging out at Matt's doing heroines, and we was shooting up heroin.
Heroin.
We was over there doing hardcore drugs, and
That's right.
D couldn't make it tonight, so book club's postponed. But D will be back soon. We'll be doing Superman 3, and my channel, I believe we're doing superheroes in different clothes.
Yes, you wanted to do people like for example, Supergirl and all those run. I have that box already. All the Supergirl changes.
Yeah, me, Alan, and Matt were just over at Matt's doing heroin. If you want to go watch that video, go watch me, Matt, and Alan doing heroin. So
heroines who dat, as in add the E at the end, female superheroes.
It was your idea, Matt. It wasn't me and Alan's idea. Matt's like, hey, man, I'm doing a video about heroin. Can you guys come over? I'm like, sure, man. I've never tried it before, but I'll do it for you,
Heroin's
Matt.
not the drug of my drug of choice anyways.
I've never tried.
Mine is a little more psychedelic.
I'm just trying to get some eyeballs on your channel. If someone in the chat has a moderator wrench, drop a link to Matt's.
Alan says apparently I'm the supplier, so.
All right, well, we're gonna show some books and right on out of here. I think I gave Matt a hard enough time.
Oh, it's good enough. I don't mind.
There's some Q-Bert. The more Q-Bert.
Very nice.
Little rainbow thing going on there. I got some good ones coming, guys. Oh, this one's hot speculation. I had this one on my top 5 a couple of days ago. The first Iron Man is Doom.
Yes, I like that book. That is a really good book. And I really think that's going to start picking up because of...
Oh, everybody's going to copy my spec. Are you kidding me? Nobody did this shit before me, guys. And it'll be everywhere.
You heard it here first.
It'll be everywhere. This book's going to be hotter than a firecracker, and everybody's going to be saying on their speculation.
Thanks to that guy from Tropic Thunder, this is going to be the biggest book ever.
Yeah, and if they don't mess around, this one might get hot too. I just pulled it out, but it's a Scotty Young Doom.
Oh, very nice.
So cool. It's the old school Scotty Young
the old Armor Wars, yeah.
And this is another cool Q-Bert. And then the comic book club has its own speculation going. We got the first Wave Rider.
Yep.
And for Alan, I'm gonna show a Richie Rich because he likes Richie Rich. You got anything you want to show before we get here?
Well, if you're gonna show a Richie Rich, I'll just show one quick here if I can just get into this file here. I think I've got one kicking around.
You should have seen freaking Matt backstage. He just zoomed in on Alan. And he left it there for 10 minutes. And then I was like, are you going to ever make Alan small again? And he said, I got to go to the bathroom. I was like, bro.
Okay. Here's my first and only Richie Rich book. I bought this recently. And let's see here. Here's a Fantastic Four that I think it's the that I bought recently. I really like the ponytail on the Submariner.
Oh, so Alan's asking what issue this is. This is number 23, volume 1, Alan. That's out.
And I picked this one up the other day too. I thought it was funny.
I love
cute, having his niece and nephew push him on the bicycle. Woody Woodpecker is so lazy. So that's what I've got for you today.
All right. So don't forget, we got the top 15 coming, top 15 collectors of the YouTube universe, comic book YouTubers. I'll be doing that real soon. I've been getting some help from Shaq Tunney. Shaq Tunney put an Instagram post out, and you just found it. Are you going to buy it? Oh, you found it without me telling you. Alan will have that book. All right, so promote what you got coming up, and we'll get out here, Matt.
All right. Well, quite simply, I've got a couple more videos coming out this week. I'm just trying to remember the topics off my hand. They're good ones. There's one about the new Overstreet that came out, and I talk about some of Steppo's work in it and why I like it. And I've got one coming up where I've done a review of the Dell Donald Duck series. So that was a lot of fun to put together. So,
oh, look what we got before we got to get out of here. Look at this guy. Angry straight white male. Wow. Immortal Biggie fat. Crying like a little biatch. I'll tell you what you could do, angry straight white male. I'm going to do this. Let me see. Who's a good NWO member that's in the chat? K-pop. Oh, no. He likes K-pop. I can't do that. I was going to get K-pop to do it, but I don't want him to think that that was some kind of sexual thing. If you're still here, who dat, can you help? This is what you need to do, angry straight white male. I want you to get a big, hefty trash bag. If you don't have that, you can get a Walmart bag, Kroger's bag, Kmart, you know, like you can get a student school bag. And what I want you to do is pack it up, dude. Can someone kick this jabroni out of here for me? This angry white Birdman, maybe you should try getting Jim Min's people out of your mouth sometimes. Ooh, who's going to kick him out, or do I have to do it myself? Someone kick him out. Let me see who wants to do it. Pack him up, boys. Thank you, Burns. Appreciate you. This guy is a freaking nut. All right, as long as I know he's kicked out, we can get out of here. Oh, now he's talking about my grandma. Oh, you got to go down.
Someone kicked it.
All right, we're out of here, man. 86K, your punk ass. All right, thank you, Matt. We'll be back. Collector Club. Shout outs to Bleeker's Church, K-Pop's kicking it with K-Pop. Matt's doing heroin on his channel. Who Dat and Chris on their show. Go watch Who Dat and Chris's show. Who else do we shout out? Alan and Steppo, they do a fantastic Monday show.
Yeah.
And then let's see.
Who Dat got a nice giveaway coming up.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Boston Chris has some good content. I really like him. Beckerman and his buddy Alan on the comic Viking there with their show. That's pretty nice.
Yep, that's a good shout out. And then Papa Willie with his
Papa Wheelie's a good man.
Yeah, his wrestling show, Sweet Chin Music, and Beckerman shouts him. Cali Comics, everybody.
Cali's very good.
Everybody in the Biggie Shack Network, we like to say thank you for coming. Jim Mint and Comic Tom, salute to y'all. I hope y'all have a good future and good endeavors.
Feel better, Jim.
Biggie.
Yes.
Biggie.